Hey everyone.
Hello.
Welcome back
to the couch.
So we decided that one of the most important things to us that we have been trying to incorporate more into our trips, and I feel like especially now with all the new rules and everything that's going on, I think it's just so much more important now than ever to make sure that we're being green on our trips.
In this video, we're going to give you some tips and tricks that we use to stay green while you're at Disney World.
These can most of the time be used in other locations, other hotels, travel as well, but we're definitely going to be referencing some specific Disney things. So here are our 12 tips for how to be green and environmentally friendly when you travel to Disney. Number one is going to be to request not to have mousekeeping come to your room during your trip. Now, here's the thing. I know that if you have a big family or you just shower every day, multiple times a day, whatever the deal is, it's okay to reuse your towel, first of all, but also you can still call and request extra pillows, extra towels if you need to. What this means is they're just not going to replace your sheets. I mean, come on, like, do you really replace your sheets every single day at your own house?
If you
do, please let us know, because what are you doing? When you check in, you just have to tell whoever is checking you in and getting you settled at the front desk that you don't want the housekeepers to come, and they will actually give you a gift card. I believe it is $10 per night minus one night.
I believe
so. If you're there for 7 nights, you get $60. I believe that's how it worked out for us last time. So bonus, you actually get some extra spending money as well. Or technically, if you want to look at it like a discount on your room, whatever. But they give it to you in a Disney gift card on your phone, and it's great. We used that for some of our food and wine stuff last time we were there. So eco-friendly, you work out getting some extra money for your trip, so it's good for everybody.
Number 2, bring your own water bottle. We had a Nalgene bottle a few times, we use a Brita bottle a few times, and it's all really good. Brita bottles especially, they filter out the gross Florida water. So that's helpful, and then you can just refill it up at the various water fountains, or as we call them in New England, bubblers.
That's a Rhode Island thing, not a New England thing. Hold on.
Pshaw. Regardless, fill them up around the park, and you don't have to use any plastic water bottles. And that'll save you a little bit of money too, not having to spend $4 or $5 on a Dasani water bottle around the park. So definitely bring your own water bottle.
Single-use plastics.
Bad.
We are not fans. Number 3, in a similar respect, is going to be to get one of the refillable mugs. If you're someone who likes to drink coffee a lot, you can also bring your own coffee mug. I'm not sure if the Disney Starbucks do it, but I believe that there is a minor discount if you bring your own mug. Now, the caveat here is that right now there is no refillable mug service because of the pandemic, but it is something to keep in mind, just, you know, for your future travels, and something that you can do for soda, coffee, etc. So that way, again, trying to eliminate those single-use plastics. Most hotel rooms have some sort of a coffee maker. You can do instant coffee if that's your jam. We like cold brew coffee, which you can easily make and just get the ice from the machine down the road. So, you know, there's ways that you can get around those single-use coffee cups, sleeves, plastic bottles of Coke, and all that good stuff.
Number 4. Bring your own flatware and reusable straws. So these are very handy, especially when you go to restaurants or any quick service place. You don't have to click the plastic spoon and fork thing. You got your own, you can use it, and you can wash everything back in your room. Same with drinks, like at Food and Wine Festival, I know people have a lot of drinks going around, especially sodas and Dole Whips and everything of the like.
Maybe you like to drink your wine with a straw, I don't know.
We're not judging.
Do you?
They usually make these out of metal, sometimes out of silicone. Yeah, those are usually the two most common.
Or reusable plastics.
Yeah, any of that's a really good idea to stay green while you're there, and it cuts back on single-use plastics again, which is a very big positive for us.
Number 5 is to make sure that you bring your own reusable bags, or when you're shopping, just ask to have the item and put it right in your backpack or purse or whatever it is that you're shopping with. I believe that the parks are phasing out plastic bags, but I'm not sure if they have entirely yet. I think that was in the plans. But when we were at Epcot, for example, in the art store getting a pillow and an ornament and all this stuff, we just purchased one of the Epcot reusable shopping bags, and now, I mean, I use it at home as well. So it's a great feature to have. But a lot of the times, if we're just getting a t-shirt or something that already comes in a box, we just put it in our backpack. Otherwise, you can try to use the package pickup, package delivery system. There's plenty of ways to get around the need for shopping bags.
Number 6, use the buses. Don't rent a car if you don't have to. You can be picked up from the airport, from MCO, and right to your resort. Very easy, all by Disney. When you're at the resorts, make sure you're using the Disney transportation services offered, such as the buses that take you to and from all of the resorts and the parks, Disney Springs, and then you can also use the boats,
Skyliners,
monorail.
And if you really feel the need, maybe you're staying in one of the DVC resorts and you have a suite, or maybe you're off property and you want more convenient transportation, you can utilize things like Lyft or Uber. I mean, that they're already driving around trying to take people from place to place anyway. If you need to go do your grocery shopping, most off-site resorts offer some sort of a bus service as well anyway, so just look into it. It's just an easy way to save money and the environment.
And a quick reminder, if you're using minivans, they do not go off property. So be careful if you're booking those to go to a Walgreens or a Target or something.
Number 7 is to use eco-friendly sunscreen. This is a little bit more so if you're going to be using like the splash pads or the pool, if you're going to be going to the beach, maybe taking an off day, because sunscreen can really affect the ozone, it can affect the sea turtles and all the animals. So you just want to make sure that you're using something that is like reef friendly, ocean friendly, and those sorts of things. And do your research as well. There's a lot of information out there about what's actually healthy for you and your body as well. So just make sure that you're checking the ingredients and making sure that you verify that the labels are actually correct, that they're not just advertising that they're eco-friendly, but in fact their company maybe isn't, or something like that.
Number 8, don't use a map, use the app.
It rhymes.
Yes, it does. That'll get stuck in everybody's head. But yeah, this is easy. Don't pick up a paper map. You have My Disney Experience on your phone. You've booked your fast passes, your advanced dining reservations on it. Just use it for the map. It's really not that difficult. You can get where you want to go pretty easy. And when you're in the park, it even gives you a little "you are here" dot anywhere on the thing, so you can just get to where you need to go. And I'm pretty sure it tells you your walk time as well, if I'm not mistaken.
If you really have to get a map, say you're a collector or something, just take one. Not every single person in the family needs one. Sharing is caring. Number 9, this is make sure that you do not take a to-go box unless you actually need it. Now, I will say that I have been guilty of this sometimes, but I am trying really hard not to feel guilty when I don't finish a meal entirely at a restaurant and be coerced into taking home leftovers that I know I'm not going to eat. So don't do that. I mean, obviously don't waste food, but also you have to listen to your body, and if you're not liking a food or you're just feeling full, you stop, and don't feel like you have to take home your leftovers. Especially in Disney, it can be tricky if you're staying at a hotel that doesn't have a microwave or a kitchenette or something like that. You have some sort of a fridge, but that's about it. So if you're bringing home like steak and potato leftovers, unless you like cold leftovers like this one here.
I do.
I don't, so don't do it. It's just another way to have more waste.
Number 10, make sure you turn out the lights when you leave the room. Most people practice this at home anyway, but if you're going out for the park for the day, turn off the lights. You know, this helps save on electricity and how it's produced at Disney. If you're driving around, I know you see a lot of solar panels, but that's not the only way that they're getting their electricity. So just turn off the lights, TVs, lamps, anything you can.
Number 11 is pretty self-explanatory, but I don't know why people still don't do it, is to recycle. if you have to use a single-use plastic or a can, or you have to use the flatware, check to see if it's recyclable and make sure that you do so. I think Disney should start doing some composting too, but I feel like maybe it would be hard to enforce, which is why they haven't done it yet. But I don't know, it'd be interesting to see. I think maybe they could test it out in like an animal kingdom or something. That seems like a really eco-conscious park. They want to talk about wildlife and preservation of the ecosystem and things like that. So maybe you should try it out, Disney.
Last, number 12. This one is very applicable for the current COVID-19 times. Wear a reusable mask. Basically, every resort has their own washer and dryer system, so if it gets wet, dirty, whatever, throw it in the washer, throw it in the dryer, you're good to go for the next day. And just make sure you bring a few extra pairs. You never know what's going to happen at the parks. If you're caught in a rainstorm and the mask gets wet, it's not going to be as protective as it was if it was dry. So just make sure you have extra reusable masks, make sure you're washing them, and you'll be safe.
During this time, a lot of these things can be used in your own homes if you're not at Disney. Like I said, if you're traveling somewhere else, even if you're just going out to a restaurant. Right now, especially, a lot of places are using single-use plastics, flatware that gets tossed afterwards, and plates that are just trash. So if that's the case, make sure that you bring your own flatware and things like that to those places. Maybe don't ask for as many napkins. Make sure that if they don't have recycling available on site, that maybe you just take it home and throw it in your own recycling. I do that all the time. If I'm at a place that doesn't recycle, then I make sure that I take those things with me. So those are just some ways that you can make sure to help save the environment. And
I hope you enjoyed these tips and tricks. Be sure to follow us on Instagram at Home Away from Disney and on Twitter at HAFDofficial. And if you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon for notifications when videos like this go live.
And make sure to comment down below if there's any tips or tricks that you have for us that maybe we missed, or just some different ideas of how we can make sure that we're all being more green.
We'll talk to you guys soon.
Bye.
Bye. Number 4. Bring your own flatware.
4 is a number, numeral, and glyph. By the way, if you have a few minutes, I can
Alexa,
show you
stop.
a few things I can do. Shall we start?
Alexa,
stop.
Stop.
What the heck?
All right.